Today we are going to discuss about the shell commands. The first one is the date command. It will print the date, month, year with the time AM or PM and the time zone. The next one is the uptime. It will print the time for how long we are using this operating system, how many users are using it, and the average load over it. We can also just check the print the uptime, just time instead of all this information. Okay, now the next one is cal. It is used to print a simple calendar. Let's suppose we want to print the calendar of a specific month. We can also print that. Now the calendar of December 2020 has printed. The next one is W. It is similar to uptime. It will print the time, the uptime, users, load, and the users, PCs, and how long is using logins, PC, CPU, and other information. Who am I? This command is used to print the name of the user. ID is also used to print the ID and other different information related to the user. If we install this command and then we will run this finger command, it will print. Now if I write the same finger user, it will print the details regarding the users, logins, and other details like directory details, shell details, the names. The next one is if you want to check the details regarding memory, we will write cat rock with the slash backslash, then memory info. It will print detailed information regarding the memory. Cat rock and CPU info is used to print the information regarding the CPU. PWD. It will tell you in which directory you are working in or which directory is in use. If you want to change the directory, we use CD. CD and the name of the directory. Let's suppose home. Okay, downloads. Now we are in the download directory. We can check the files in it, directories in it, or subdirectories in it. Now if you want to go back to the previous directory, we will write CD and press enter. It will go back to the previous directory in which we are working before. The next is LSL. It will print all the directories within the system or within the specific directory. The next one is df. It will print the memory which used or available memory, its use or it mounted on which directory. The df is mainly used to show the disk usage, and the du is used to display the directory usage, how many kilobytes the directory is using. Free. It will check the total memory space and used and how much is free, shared and cache and different. Mainly this space is available in it. This is used to check it at which location or uh, the place or the directory at which the apps can be run. The next command is the tree command, but before trying it, you have to install it before by sudo apt install tree. As I have already installed, so by writing tree, it will gives you a hierarchical tree of files, directories, subdirectories, and the files in the subdirectories. Create a new file with the name data and enter some text in it. The file is saved with the text, and now we want to count the number of lines of this file. We will write wc l and name of the file. There are 17 lines in the data text. And if we want to count the number of words in it, we'll write wc w, the name of the file. There are 17 words in it. And if we want to, like, we write cat data.txt to print the content in the file, we can also write more data.txt to print the content of the file. Now, if you want to print the first 10 lines of the file, we will write head and the name of the file. Now the first 10 lines of the file is printed. Now if you want to print the last 10 lines of the file, we write tail and the name of the file. The last 10 files or the last 10 lines of the file are printed here. If we want to enter or append our data within the same file, we'll write echo within the quotation marks the text. We will enter these greater than sign and then enter the name of the file. Now if we write here the data is entered here. This data is entered after the text of the file, or it's editing the file and enter new context with the previous content. Okay, we can also enter the content in the file by using cat command. Pressing ctrl-d, the data is saved, and if we print here, the data we entered using cat file is also added into the previous text of the file. Now there are some shortcut keys. The first one is if we enter the same more data.txt. So if we want to go at the start, we will use ctrl A, and if we want to go to the end of the line, we will press ctrl E. If we want to go to the previous word, we will use alt plus B. And if we want to go to the next word, we will use alt F. Now if we want to cut or erase the whole line, we will use ctrl U. And if we want to paste the same content, we will use ctrl Y. And if we want to cut just a single word or the previous word, to this we will use ctrl W. ctrl Z is used to stop a command. Like if I entered here at stop.txt and I will write here just stop and I will press ctrl Z, all the procedure will be stopped. If the ctrl-d command is used to exit or save, like when we write in cat, using cat, we will enter a data into a file, then we will press end, ctrl-d at the end to save the content in that file. If we want to repeat the previous command, we will write this. And the previous command is this, so it will be executed. And if we enter exit, all the jobs will be stopped.
Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.